You know, as good as they're getting at making cars, they still got a few flaws in them. For example, headlight design. Headlights only point in the direction that you're going. How are you supposed to see street signs or house numbers or hitchhikers? What you need is some kind of movable searchlight that points wherever you're looking. I'm not one of those useless drivers that needs to keep his eyes on the road, and with this rig, I can see everything. I can even look behind me. Don't see that coming. Quiet at the lodge this week. Not the kind of quiet that happens just before the entire Sioux Nation comes up over the ridge. No, I'm talking about a peaceful quiet, you know, where you can just kind of lay back, close your eyes, and bathe in the sounds of nature.
Mr. Green! Mr. Green!
Okay, that was more of a sponge bath. What is it, Mike?
Mr. Green, were you up walking around late last night in the lodge?
Oh, yeah, pretty late. 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock.
No, I'm talking about like 2 o'clock in the morning, walking back and forth in here.
No, if I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was in a lot smaller room than this.
I knew it.
What?
We have a ghost. I can always tell.
Well, you're familiar with spirits. I know that.
No. I can sense the presence of the supernatural. I have been touched by the gift.
Yeah.
Now, I know you don't believe all that.
Well, I believe the touched part.
Mr. Green, this is a ghost, and he's here. And have you ever felt the room suddenly go cold?
Mike, every married man in the world has experienced it. And we have all kinds of things in the lodge that could pass as ghosts. We got mice in the walls, we got squirrels in there. There's some cheese downstairs that'll stand up and talk to you.
That's fine, you can be skeptical, but I'm telling you, there is a ghost somewhere in Possum Lodge.
He's out right now. Would you care to leave a message?
It's time for the Possum Lodge word game. Today's winner receives this deluxe tattoo removal kit. Okay, Dalton, cover up the old side mirrors there. Harold, you've got 30 seconds to get Dalton Humphrey to say this word. Fly. Fly.
Okay, thank you.
And go.
Okay, this is a pest that comes around and bothers people when they're eating.
Richard Simmons?
Okay, birds and bees can do it.
I used to know.
Never. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is something that birds can do, and most people wish they could.
Oh, relieve themselves whenever they want.
No, that's not it. This is something that you would find on the front of your pants.
Soup stains?
No, you're almost out of time.
No, well, it's him. Now you tell him. Okay, all right. If you suddenly found yourself up in the sky above your house, what would you be doing?
Lighting my barbecue.
Come on, Dalton. Have you ever heard of a cartoon character named Dumbo?
Oh, he was so cute with those big ears.
Yes, okay. What could he do?
He could hear, that's for sure.
Yes, okay, he could hear, but he could do something special. What?
He was nice to people.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, well, nobody is. They don't appreciate a gentle soul like Dumbo. Wouldn't hurt a fly.
When your septics go bad, there's no one to blame. No need to apologize or cower in shame. Call for a pump out. Rothschild's the name. It beats losing your home in a huge purple flame.
Oh, man, a dent. I hate that. Try to keep your vehicle looking mint. And some bonehead comes along and nails you with his door in a parking lot. And of course, no note or anything. Oh no. Guy doesn't even have the guts to admit his mistake and face it like a man. I'll tell you something. I got an idea that just might be crazy enough to work. And I guarantee you this, I'm at least crazy enough to try it. All right, this here is an arc welder. Oh, yeah, there you go. This is an arc welder here. I just used it to fix the frame on this bicycle. You get real strong welds with this baby. Look at this. You know, I'm thinking this is going to be the key component in my parking lot criminal identification device. I'm going to need a better name before I go national with this. But my first and only real problem is coming up with enough portable electricity to power the unit. You know, there are a lot of great advantages to having vehicles lying around your property. You can use them as tool sheds, bus shelters for the kids, guest cabins for your wife's relatives. Here's a bonus that I tapped into. Every one of those vehicles has got a battery in it. So I can hook them all up to run my arc welder. I'm going to hook them up in, I believe, in series here. Okay, we're good to go here. Just gotta set my trap. First thing you want to do, take the ground wire from the arc welder and attach that to the ground. Okay, now you want to take the live end and attach that directly to the van. I would suggest you do that kind of quick. Okay, and you're good to go. Now, if anybody should come along and happen to touch the van with, say, their door, well, they get to learn just a little bit more about electricity. So remember, women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy. Hey, buddy, you looking for someone? I believe the owner of the van is in the store. Have a great day. Men have trouble communicating. They say we don't talk very much. You older guys know what I mean. Remember 20 years ago when you asked your wife to marry you and she's been waiting for a half-decent follow-up question ever since? And it's not, are you going to finish that sandwich? But I find that as men get older, they actually talk more than they did when they were young. The only problem is, they're the only ones in the room. You've all been there, haven't you? Wandering around the house looking for your car keys. Pretty soon you're muttering away like that weird guy in the park who thinks your dog is a communist. Oh, sure, sometimes we try to cover it by talking to the TV or the radio, but I think deep down we all know that the guy selling Speed Stick can't hear you telling him where to speed stick it. But in my opinion now, talking to yourself is nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you have things that need to be said and you don't want to offend anybody. You know, by saying them to yourself when you're alone, you're probably saving your job, your marriage, maybe even your life. So ladies, when you see us talking to ourselves, just leave us alone. You know when we're ready to have a conversation, because we'll clam up. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.
Hey, Red, are you in there?
Yeah. Oh, you finally made it, eh, Winston?
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a hurry, so if you had anything to tell me, you better fire away.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you don't go on dates very often, Winston, and I just wanted to give you a few tips. For example, picking her up on foot is never particularly impressive, all right?
Oh, I know that. No, I'm just parked down the road.
Oh.
Yeah, is there anything else?
Well, yeah, okay. Well, for starters, your wardrobe choice doesn't exactly scream romance, you know, Winston.
Hey, I'm presenting myself as a successful entrepreneur. You know, I don't care if she knows I'm in the sewage business.
Well, she'd be able to figure that out no matter what you were wearing, huh? Oh, man, are you picking her up in your septic truck?
Hey, this is a $90,000 vehicle. It's like being picked up in a Mercedes. Besides, it's gonna be dark by then, and this baby looks pretty sharp at night.
You know, Winston, darkness doesn't hide aroma. If you were married, you'd know that.
I got her these flowers. Geez, what happened to them?
Over-fertilized?
Yes. Anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta pick her up at 8:30. Oh, I meant to ask you. I got a call for a pump out at 9 o'clock, and I was thinking I could just do it on the way to the drive-in. You know, give her a chance to sort of see me in action. Or should I just cancel the pump out?
No, don't cancel. If you're picking her up at 8:30, I figure the date will be over by 9.
Great!
Mike's got everybody all stirred up about this lodge ghost thing. He's the only one who's seen it. But now the other guys are saying stuff is being moved and the lodge is all messed up. I haven't noticed anything.
I think I know who the ghost is.
Oh, yeah?
I found this old obituary column from the 50s. Did you ever hear of a lodge member by the name of Henry Thorkelson?
Oh, sure, the Possum Lake Wiggler.
Did he have a nervous twitch?
No, he invented a lure. He called it the Possum Lake Wiggler. He only made one of them.
Oh, you know, well, a lot of the time, ghosts are people who died unexpectedly. And it says in this column here that Henry Thorkelson was in a boating accident.
No, not really. No, he jumped onto the main dock and the board come up, hit him in the head, knocked him into the spinning prop of the float plane. So, it was really more of a plane crash.
And were they able to save him?
Well, they saved a fair bit of him. You know, the sad thing was he never got to use that lure. He was so proud of that thing. Odd looking. It was yellow and orange, had a rubber wing on it, and the eyes looked like they were jewels, you know? It's around the lodge somewhere.
Well, no. I actually believe that lure somehow found its way to my place. Now, I don't know how that could have happened. I mean, it's not like I slipped it home in my toolbox after last week's meeting or anything. I think I'll just go home and nip back home, and I'll bring the lure back here, okay? It might make the ghost more satisfied, happy.
Yeah, no, Mike, I think that's a great idea.
I mean, it's no big deal, right? I mean, you said yourself it was a lousy lure.
Yeah.
I mean, you never caught anything.
Not until now, no. Now, once in a year, we go out the back and try to clean up the lodge. I hate that day. And Dalton said he'd help me, and he had some kind of a plan. He was going to bring a machine. I wasn't quite sure what he was going to do. We had a dumpster all set there, and just throwing on. It's going to take all. There's Dalton now. He's got the truck and got something in the back he's going to use for the cleanup. He said, and I didn't know. My golly, I believe that's a jet engine, isn't it? Yeah. So first thing we got to get her out of the. They're heavy. Those units are heavy. I don't know how they fly. And Dalton gets an idea. Hey, it's a jet engine. It'll get itself out of the truck. There we go. So now what we're going to do is use the jet engine as basically a vacuum cleaner. So we duct taped her to the side of the dumpster. And we ran a hose off the intake side. And Dalton said, I fire it up and they'll just see it. Let's see how she goes. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. That thing's got a lot. Holy cow. There's the garden hose even. Wow, look at that thing go. That's got a lot of, oh my goodness, a lot of suction. Yeah, it works on dry stuff, Dalton, but how does she fare with the wet stuff? Huh? This is what I always want to know. Oh my golly, pretty darn good. Look at that. Oh boy. And there's our whole yard cleaned up in about 5 minutes. It's a fantastic job. Well, that's enough for me. I'll go in and watch the game now. But Dalton, he wants to go look at it. No, I don't care. Dalton, I don't care. I know it works. It's fine. All right, fine. I've seen a dumpster full of garbage before. What? Well, this one isn't it. Where the heck? Oh, Dalton. I think you misjudged where you placed the jet engine. right, well, now he gets to drive it away. Today, in the Talking Animals portion of our show, local animal control officer Ed Frid is going to tell us all about foxes.
That's right, Red.
Yeah.
Or as they're known in the scientific community, vulpes vulpes.
What does vulpes mean?
Fox.
So the scientific name is fox. Seem a little redundant to you?
Well, not if you got one chasing you. He'd be yelling, you know. Fox, fox!
Yeah.
Fox,
Okay.
fox!
Okay.
Fox, fox!
All right, Ed. I understand. Okay. Well, why don't you bring him out here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Red, you know, it's a she.
Oh.
And you're supposed to refer to the females as vixens.
I'm not doing that. Thanks anyway. And, just get the fox for us, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Something else I just remembered is the foxes aren't really all that sly. No, that's just a myth. I find that, you know, their intentions are very clear.
Get the fox, Ed?
You got it.
Yeah, all right.
You got it. You know, Red, I think most people already know what a fox looks like, right?
Ed, you're doing a segment on my show about foxes. I think we need to see a fox.
Of course you do.
Yes, thank you. All right, for those of you here in the studio audience, I would caution you to not make any sudden moves or cross your legs in such a way that the animal could mistake you for a chicken.
Easy, easy,
oh boy,
easy.
oh boy,
Okay,
oh boy,
easy.
oh boy.
Don't anybody panic.
No, all right,
easy.
all right, we're good,
okay.
we're good.
All right, there you go. Okay.
That's a dog, Ed.
It's a member of the canine family, yes.
This is a fox terrier.
Well, let's not argue about semantics, Red.
You told me you were bringing a fox and you bring a fox terrier?
Well, this should be good enough. I mean, it's got the word fox in it, you know. Just use your imagination.
I'm paying you $100 and you bring in a fox terrier?
No, you're paying me $200.
No, I'm paying you $100. Just use your imagination. A smart handyman knows that your best projects are done alone. That way there's nobody there trying to tell you how stupid or impossible they are. Unfortunately, it means you have to do all the heavy lifting by yourself. And when you want to take the project indoors to, say, the dining room table, there's no one there to hold the door open for you. Well, here's a simple solution. Mount a rope from the door into the chuck of your electric drill, then plug the drill into a motion detector. That's the part that'll open the door when it sees you coming. Now, to close the door, take that old thigh master from the bottom of your wife's to-do list and hook that on there as your spring-loaded door return. And she works like a charm. As soon as I get past the threshold, the motion detector shuts the drill off, the thigh master will close the door. Oh, man.
We at Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services would like to remind you it's cabbage season. It's time to put us on speed dial.
So, where do you want me to put this, Mr. Ghostbuster?
Right in the middle of the room. Ghosts always like to be right in the middle of the room so they can see all the exits.
Can't they float through walls?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, there's different levels of ghosts, you see. They're called different levels.
Yeah, different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some ghosts can walk through walls and some ghosts can go through...
Menopause?
Are you going to be serious about this?
No, it doesn't seem to be going that way, no.
Open the trunk.
All right, you gonna get in there, are you, Mike?
No. I'm going to drop the Possum Lake Wiggler in there. See?
Oh, yeah.
And then when our guest comes along, he'll go inside there. I flip the lid shut. We got him. I mean, what better lure to catch the ghost of Henry Thorkelson than the one he invented himself, eh?
Hey, that's pretty good detective. Of course, you've met so many of them, haven't you, Mike?
Okay, you got to be quiet and go turn out the light, then find somewhere to sit and wait, okay?
Well, why do I have to be quiet? It's impossible to spook a ghost.
We don't want him to notice us.
Notice it. How stupid is this guy?
Well, he was a lodge member.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Boy, it's getting cold in here, isn't it?
Yeah. There he is.
Oh, boy. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Over to the trunk. Over to the trunk.
Oh, there he is.
He's got, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Way to go, Mike. Get off. Get off.
Meeting time.
Not without me. If my wife is watching, I'll be coming straight home after the meeting. I don't care what I've ever said in the past. I like all your relatives that have ever been born since the beginning of time, and the rest of you. Thanks very much for watching. On behalf of myself and Harry Thurgis and the whole gang up here at Possum Lodge, keep your stick on the ice.
Come on in. Meeting coming to order here.
Sit down, everyone.
Sit down, everybody. Sit down. Sit down.
Get out.
Sit down.
Yep.
All right.
Nope.
Quando, Omni, Flunkus, Moritati.
Sit down. All right, bow your heads for a men's prayer.
I'm a man, but I can change. If I have to, I guess.
Okay, men, I'm real pleased to announce that the late Henry Thorkelson is no longer late. He's not coming.